Hello again, and thank you for joining us on the Leading the Industry podcast, where we have industry leaders come join us and tell us how they are doing incredible things for our communities. I'm here today with Dan Johnson, who is doing awesome things for our communities by building communities. Well, I'll let you introduce yourself. He's with Riverwood Homes. Dan, tell me about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dan Johnson with Riverwood Homes, like you said. My wife, Brooke, and I have 5 wonderful daughters, and I really enjoy being a home builder. My company, Riverwood, does about 50 homes a year, and we try to build the move-up quality homes kind of right in between the entry level and the high-end custom homes, so that sweet spot right in the middle.
That's awesome. I love it. When did you and Brooke get Riverwood Homes started?
Riverwood has been building for 20 years now.
Okay.
Now, I've been a part of it for 10. My father, Greg Johnson, started it in 2003. Like I said, 10 years ago, I started working for him. And then shortly after that, he gave me the opportunity to buy into the company and eventually buy him out. It's got a rich history, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
An ongoing theme with our conversations today has been a little bit of then and now. You said Riverwood has been in the industry for 20 years. So that means that you did see the recession and you made it through. That's phenomenal. From your dad and your dad's experience, can you give us some insight onto what were some key fundamentals that got you through the rough times of the 2008 and 9 period?
Yeah, those years, I think in hindsight, were a great learning experience for a lot of people. They still reference those years today. At that point, I wasn't with Riverwood, but I was with a large regional builder in the Phoenix area. So I went through that downturn with a different lens, but still tried to gain experience from that. But now it's ingrained in my memory. And so I try to manage the company now with the idea that that could happen again. So let's be smart with our cash. Let's make smart decisions. Let's buy good lots and good locations. Let's be mindful that the hot markets, the good times don't always last, and you have to be stockpiling and preparing for downturns.
Do you think that memories of those experiences are helping you do well in today's market?
I think so. I think that there's a balance of being conservative, but also being optimistic, and you're never going to succeed if you don't have a certain level of optimism and being able to push through and see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Tell me more about Riverwood. So tell me about the homes that you build. What are some of the qualities of your specific homes? And then we'll go from there.
Well, I think everyone wants to build attractive, visually appealing homes. Everyone wants to build high quality homes, and I think we do that. Maybe some of the things that separate us from other builders are our high level of standard features. Like, I guess our baseline, it tends to be higher than some of the other builders who have kind of a low base price or entry level, and then they add on from there. But we build our homes as what you see is what you get. So our model home is decked out with all of our standard features. If you walk into the model home, that's what a typical home is too. We try to put into our homes those things that the typical buyer wants and is willing to pay for, and that add value to the home. So I think you get a value-added home by having a bunch of value-added features, things that enhance the value more than their cost. So
great.
We try to do all those things, including the features that people don't necessarily see or don't know about behind the walls, like insulation, for example, or with the ducting. We do all indoor ducting, and we do our windows and our insulation are higher than the base code or the Energy Star requires. So we just kind of try to go over and above in certain categories where it adds value and people want it even though they don't know they want it yet. Yeah. Recently, all of our homes have not only been Energy Star rated, but also Indoor Air Plus certified and Zero Energy Ready homes, which are EPA and Department of Energy certifications that kind of denote how energy efficient our homes are, so we don't have to be the ones telling them, hey, this house is energy efficient. Here's a stamp from this organization that says so. Those are some of the features and things that distinguish our product from other builders. I think our customer service also distinguishes us. We're a relatively small company. We We do about 50 homes a year here in the Treasure Valley. We also build in Tri-Cities, Washington, but we've got a small team, and we're able to give that face-to-face, intimate service to people, and help them to each have a good experience and make sure that they're noticed and appreciated. And
that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And not as common these days, honestly. So that's phenomenal. What is your personal favorite part of the process? You're involved in a lot of it, from ground up to, the sale. What's your favorite? What gets you excited?
I really like being involved in the design side of the floor plan layout, working with our draftsmen to design a really usable, efficient floor plan. That's one of my favorite things to do, as opposed to budgets and certain things that aren't my favorite. I'd say the most rewarding thing is always, I try to attend all of our new home orientations with our buyers.
That's cool.
We have a team that can handle that without me, but I try to go anyway. I always just love to see the excitement of people as they're just about to move into their house. And when they say, your team is amazing, that's great feedback for me. And I always seek good and bad feedback too, because how we can do better is really important to hear too. And we try to listen to people and, do better, design better, things like that. But to get that feedback from people, that's probably my favorite part of the job.
That's really great. Are there any particular home designs or experiences with buyers that stand out to you as a highlight of your career?
I think anytime we get a repeat buyer, that doesn't happen often. Sometimes people only buy one house in their whole life, but we have had several who have purchased a second home with us or referred people to us. So
what is it that brings them back? Is it the design or the quality of the home, or is it the experience of working with you? Or is it both?
I think it has to be both.
Yeah.
They have to have had an excellent experience, maybe wanting a bigger house or in a different community. But
let's talk about communities. You have a new one coming up. Tell us a little bit about Star Point and what's going on over there.
We're really excited to be a part of Star Point. As much as we try to be better as a builder and get people to buy our homes, I recognize that people buy community first, and then they buy the lot, and then they buy the builder. Yep. And they have to check all those boxes, but I think it goes in that order. And so it starts by being in a great community. And Star Point has a great sales team, a great developer, and other builders in there that are going to enhance that community. So we're excited to be a part of that. And it's got a phenomenal location in the path of growth with a lot of shopping and transportation and amenities around it. And the views are incredible. Mm-hmm. Even for the non-view lots, you're still benefiting from the rim view and kind of overlooking the valley and the Boise River. So I'm very excited to be part of Star Point.
There's going to be some incredible homes up there. I'm excited to see how all of that develops. It's going to be a really cool year for everyone. Tell me, if someone was interested in working with you or inquiring on your product, how do they get a hold of you or anyone on your team?
We try to be accessible, so someone can walk right into our office if they wanted to. But I'd say visiting our website has all of our contact information and the contact information of our salespeople. The realtors typically know the most about lot availability and prices and things like that. But as far as just meeting us and talking about our build process and product, we're happy to meet. That's an important first step before building with us. Yeah.
Is that generally how that process goes? You meet, sit down, chat? How does it all go? Do you have a system?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically most of the houses we build are spec homes. Probably 90% of our homes are spec homes. And the downside of that is we don't get as much interaction with those customers. Sometimes I don't even meet them until that new home orientation, right before closing. But with what we call build jobs or pre-sales, we meet them right from the beginning before we are even under contract. All along the way, we have multiple meetings on site and in our office. So with those people, it's a journey that we take together and we really get to know each other well.
Is there open opportunity for that? Are you accepting those jobs?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
We had to put a pause on that in 2020, 2021, when our costs were just unstable and rising, but we were able to get back to doing that, and we're working on a couple right now.
That's exciting. So where is your office if somebody wanted to stop by? And then can you tell us your website?
Sure. Our website is riverwoodhomes.com. We're actually working on a update to that website. I'm excited to how that's turning out. And our office is located in Meridian. We're off of Overland Road, just west of Eagle Road. So it's on Wells Avenue.
Let's talk a little bit about the market right now. How has our current market affected your decision-making in the build process? I know that you guys made it through the recession. You're a 20-year company, so you know what you're doing when it comes to staying steady and moving forward. Can you tell me a little bit about how it's been affecting you and your company and your business?
I feel maybe a little bit guilty when builders or real estate agents are talking. Sometimes they say, how's the market? And when you say good, that's usually good from the builder's perspective, and then the buyers have a different perspective. What's a good market for a buyer? It's probably a bad market for a builder, but vice versa. But right now, I think it's challenging for both. We've definitely slowed down a little bit in our volume. We're understanding the market a little bit better now. We've kind of found that equilibrium pricing between buyer and seller, and it's made us sharpen our pencils, so to speak, and really look at our costs and our quality control and the time to build a house, and things that maybe got a little bit out of hand over the last few years with the exuberance of the market and the supply chain issues. So I think we're getting into more of a normalized market.
It is kind of balanced, because we have a lower inventory, which means we have people that need homes. There are less product out there, right? So you have buyers looking for your product specifically, but you have to make sure that it's of a caliber where buyers have choices also, where it was a little bit more competitive in years past to get into a home. So that is interesting that we're finding that equilibrium right now. Yeah,
and you said competitive, and I think that there's competition amongst builders, or they're even competing against resale homes, right? But I think right now the real competition is just the home affordability issue itself, and that's what we're trying to fight, and the problem we're trying to solve, because things are just expensive right now.
They are, and inventory is low, and that's a big part of it, right? So thank you for giving us more inventory, giving us more homes. Trying to keep up with it all. Yeah, it's been really, really great chatting with you about all of this. Thank you, Dan, so much for being here with me today. Dan is from Riverwood Homes. You can learn more about Riverwood Homes at riverwoodhomes.com. He has a new project coming up, or he's participating in the building in Starpoint. That's starpointidaho.com if you're interested in that. His product is phenomenal. The things that he's doing for his clients is awesome. Please like, subscribe, share this if you'd like to hear more about similar things of leaders in our industry and what they're doing to elevate our communities and thus elevate the real estate industry as a whole. I'm Liz Comer. This is Dan Johnson, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.